Hey YouTube, this is the Purple One and welcome to Boots on the Ground. I got a lot to cover, so let's get right into it. This is an update from the Colorado Springs area. This is Walmart. She said multiple end caps of the same breakfast cereal. Now there are 3 aisles in the food section with cereal as well. So they're just trying to fill up space. Less products, more facing of the same item. This particular Walmart does have a section of the Augustin Farm products. And their very recent production date, so that's great news. Also, they said tons of 12-gauge shotgun shells, even the 100-round value packs on the shelf. But last year they were $22 when they bought them last time. Now they're $36, so definitely an increase. They also said at the Kroger and the Safeway, slim pickings on fruits and vegetables. Some stuff on the shelf is inedible. Deli counter, almost completely out of stock. Low on American cheese. Lots of empty spots on the shelves. Packaged meat have been very low. Canned goods are in okay supply. Prices are, of course, increasing. Target grocery store. Looks like a bomb went off. More out of stock than in stock. Let's go down to a person that took a lunchtime break at Jack's restaurant in Tuscaloosa. And they ordered a combo meal. While waiting for their order, more people came in to order, and they turned around and left, didn't get anything. So when I picked up my food, I asked what was going on, and the lady behind the counter said they just ran out of chicken and burgers. So all they had was side orders. Let's go to Southwest Utah. This person went to the grocery store close to their job to get some lunch. When I walked in there was 2 armed officers near the door. They weren't there for a break. They were definitely working. They were keeping an eye on people coming and going. Then talk about shrinkflation. I bought a salad, one of those pre-made from the delis. 6 months ago, that salad was bigger and cost less. Now they're about half the size, and the cost is an extra $1. Then talk about quality. I think they pulled from the bottom of the barrel for the lettuce. Much of it was brown and wilted. Everything in the lunch meat and cheese section of the coolers were sparse and picked over. I was looking for some cheese sticks, and I usually buy them for $2.50 for 8 sticks about a year ago. Today the price was $4.50 and only 6 sticks in the package. Let's go to Southwest Ohio. I've never seen this kind of holes at Aldi's before. They've always been pretty consistently stocked, so today was a shock. No fresh chicken, no frozen chicken, no mac and cheese, no frozen french fries or tater tots, no lunch meat, very little oats, snack cakes, pasta, and instant potatoes. If you are not experiencing shortages, wait till they come to your supermarket. It will be shocking for you. You will stare and look around and say, what is going on? I'm in a Sam's in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and the cafe, which usually has a very good selection and cheap pizza, was out of pizza dough. Employees said they got the weekly truck last night and no dough was on the truck. I watched people that came in almost in shock as the employees told them no pizza, not available. They said times are getting tough on the food supply, I guess. This is the BJ's in Raleigh, North Carolina. This is the town center, was well stocked, but the prices are up and the parking lot was not full. Canned vegetables were up from $8.99 to $10.99 for green beans and corn. That's probably for a box or a case. Others are up from $9.99 to $12.99. This person says, I was in Walmart today and bought some canning jars. They have gone from $8.97 for Golden Harvest pints to $10.97. I bought some wide mouth quarts Friday, and they went up from $11.97 to $14.97. In both cases, the price on the shelf was the old price, and I had to make them give me it for the correct price. Thanks for the heads up on that. Yes, double check everything. They're not changing the stickers as quickly as possible. I don't think it's a conspiracy to cheat us. I think it's not enough workers to go back and change everything as quickly as they're changing prices. They also say I work in a gas station, and some of the price changes lately have been staggering. A standard candy bar is now $1.99. Was $1.69. I remember when they were a quarter. A 2-pack of boiled eggs went from $1.49 to $2.79. My jaw dropped on that one. Prices are going up everywhere. This person ordered Temptation cat treats on Walmart.com last week. They arrived yesterday in North Idaho. gave one to my cat, and the cat really didn't eat it. So I looked closely at the best buy date, and the best buy was for the first 2 weeks of the 5th month of 2022. So definitely things are coming to your house that are old. Let's go into this person. This person, I have another client who is a broker of an organic commodity crops. He has told me that there is a major shortage of organic grains, and he has to search far and wide to find grain for his client. I know from prior experience that much of the supply was imported from the Black Sea region around Ukraine through Turkey. He told me he expects the situation will get worse, especially if current conditions continue. He said shipping costs are so high that it's hard to be profitable. Many clients have surrendered their certification. That'd be for their organic products. Another client told me yesterday that they're reconstructing their product line due to the shortage and challenges in staying profitable during the current economic conditions. He also said I had well work done, and the PVC piping that was needed for this job is so expensive, and it is continuing. Every time I go, I need something, it is going up in price. These people were at a Cracker Barrel, and this would be in Middle Tennessee. They wanted, I guess, to go some of the tea that they make. So they asked if they could buy a gallon of tea, and the waitress said, no, we only have half gallons, and a half gallon of tea is $4.99. So a gallon of tea would be $10. They said they did not get the tea. This is West Valley City, Utah. There is a Domino's there, and it's being closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. No workers. And you have to get your pickup order before 4 p.m. because they don't have any delivery after 4 because they don't have any workers. They also mentioned that the Utah Transit Authority had to actually cut some trips for some of their trains, and they cut them out on Monday, and just because of shortages of workers to run it. We went to Save-A-Lot in our area. The Folgers coffees that I got on sale for $4.99 3 years ago was on sale today for $12, the same size. I've seen it for less in different stores, but the cheapest price has been recently $9. I've been stocking up because I think anything that has to come from outside the United States is going to explode in price. Think coffee, black tea, chocolate, spices, etc. With chocolates, get cocoa instead of chocolate candy or other pre-made items. It has a longer shelf life. This is Elora, Tennessee. This is a rural farming area with cotton, soybean, and commercial chickens that are raised in farms there. Within a 15-mile radius of my house, there's 3 privately owned local farmed chicken houses. Each contains around 10,000 meat chickens. Thus, 30,000 meat chickens are continuously being raised as I write this. All contracted to Tyson Chicken, which you'll buy at Walmart, Kroger's, etc. The 2 local Walmarts now have a limit of 2 per customers for their Tyson chicken breasts. Spoke to the local owner of one of the chicken farms. He says there is no avian flu, which was portrayed in the media. He only raises and sells the chickens to Tyson, which transports them via 18-wheelers to a processing plant in Georgia. These meat chickens are not being sent out to the grocery store, per a company truck driver, not to be named. Once packaged, they are transported south to a port and sent overseas. I would love to verify that if anyone has any more information. But a lot of our produce, a lot of our natural resources are being sold overseas. Also, this person said, for a positive report, I just came back from the local Hobby Lobby in the Charlotte area. They have marked their spring stock down 75% off. There were some unusual things that I wasn't expecting in their clearance. Lots of cast iron pots. They're not Lodge brand, but they're still cast iron. 10-inch skillets for $8. I got a medium saucepan with lid for $5. And she names other things that she got very, very affordable because it's 75% off. So if you have a Hobby Lobby in your area and you're looking for any cast iron, check them out, please. This is North Carolina. I had a dear friend who had to go to the hospital because they thought they had a stroke, to find out he had bleeding on the brain. They put him in the ICU for 3 days, and they were going to move him to the 7th floor, and they did not have a room. So they sent him home and told him to come back in 3 days. Maybe they will have a room for him. His poor wife has been trying to care for him until they can get a room at the hospital. This is ridiculous. This is becoming disastrous. This is our failing medical system. I have report after report, and reports I don't even share with you because I get so many, and because of the time fact, our medical system in certain areas of the country are collapsing. One is they don't have workers. You all know why they don't have workers. A lot of workers were fired or they had to quit for certain reasons. This is Angola, probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's Indiana. $93 for 1 gallon of Sherwin-Williams A200 paint. Last year, $39 with a business account. Also, this is a small town in central North Carolina. We are one of many farmers in the area which sell certain crops to a much larger local distribution operation. We have been warned of an unprecedented food shortage coming in the near future and not to disc in any of our fields before every single bean, pea, potato, or ear of corn, etc. has been harvested. Even the lesser quality stuff we would normally disc in. Also, we were told to put back as much as we could for our families. We have been preppers for a very long time now, and it's unbelievably surreal to hear all these warnings from who we sell our vegetables to, not to mention your boots on the ground and even the news. Also, crime is increasing exponentially. One person reported that a car was broken down, left where it was, and it was then stripped of parts. We ordered a KFC bucket of meal in Western Washington State, the good old KFC bucket. They had no white meat, so they had to get all dark meat, which they preferred anyway, so I prefer dark meat also, so that was a benefit. There was no wings, and they didn't even have biscuits to be sold. This is a welder in Louisiana. He has to wear a fire-resistant clothing, so his shirts, he had to buy some new shirts. 2 years ago, he bought some, and they were $70 to $75 each because they're fire-resistant. He just replaced those, and they were $80 to $85, so not a huge increase over a 2-year period. But he said the quality of the stitching has gone down dramatically. He bought the same brand, the same thing. The quality is not there. He actually said some of the buttons have fallen off. Maybe they're using very cheap thread. This is a person that sent me this information, a little upset. The product came from 4 Patriots. We all know what 4 Patriots is. It's a survival store. But they ordered some stuff, and it was emergency food bars, and on the sides all over it says emergency food bars. It's definitely survival food, and the company did not put it in an additional box. So they were upset because everyone in the neighborhood, when it's stacked on their porch, sees emergency food. Also the UPS driver or whoever was the FedEx or UPS driver saw it. So if you own a survival store and you're selling products out, be considerate. You know what people want. They want the gray man approach. So 4 Patriots, you need to fix this. It's not appreciated. People do not want to have everyone know what they're buying, especially when it comes to prepping items and survival items. This is a food line in the upstate of South Carolina. They actually had a sign saying, because of the supply problems with chicken, there's a limit of 2 packages of each item. They also said there was also empty space for other items in the meat sections. Another person complaining about lunch meat shortage. I've gotten a lot of those, lunch meat being short. Let's go over to Australia, across the ocean. This is a sheep and goat farmer. He says the price for our stocks are going drastically down. We sold sheep 2 months ago. We got about $145 a head. Now, if they sold them today, the new price would be about $110 a head. Drastic difference. Goats have been going for about $4.40 a kilogram live weight, but now it is down to $2.90 a kilogram, and it expects to fall further. But he also said, but the price for his meat in the shops in the grocery store is not falling at all, and probably, like the United States, it's going up. He says also the lamb's milk, if they have an orphan lamb they have to buy, is $105. Used to be, now it is $168 a bag. So farmers are getting less money for their product. The grocery store prices are elevated, so there is a middleman, and it is a big corporation that is strangling the American people and people worldwide. It's big corporations. This person, Hagerstown, Maryland. They sent me a lot of pictures of military vehicles. Their husband works for the rail. I get a lot of military vehicles coming across my computer. Lots of pictures on rail. Now, this is normal for some times, so I really don't get into it because I can't verify where this equipment's coming from. A lot of it could be Army units going on rotation overseas. A lot of it could be rotations through JRTC or NTC out in California. These are training areas. So I appreciate the military vehicles, but I cannot really verify, and it would honestly take too long, and it would not be worth it because I don't know where they're going, but I appreciate the pictures. Also, this person bought a 10,000 BTU smart inverter window air conditioner. They bought it on 6/27 just weeks ago. It was $499. They went, I guess, back to either look at the price now or to buy another one, and the price now is $725. So a huge increase on the air conditioning. This is Southwest Washington State. They went to Trader Joe's grocery store. They said geared up security at the door. I tried to verify. I'm hopefully get an email back. Geared up security. Is there a security guard? Did they increase some type of detectors? I definitely would like to get a follow-up on that. And they also play placards saying no cameras in store. And they said this is new. So it's very interesting. If anyone can give any more insight on Trader Joe's. I also have seen other reports where security doors are being installed at other businesses. Now this could be because of the widespread crime. This is some pictures sent to me from Bakersfield, California. The meat department almost empty. They asked, where's all the meat? And they were said the units were broken. I find this hard to believe, plus the other person, because there was still a percentage of the meat in there. So if something was broken, would they not remove the meat? But the meat was still being sold. So very sketchy. It was about, I estimate, 97% empty. Also, Yuma, Arizona. The Walmart section, or the egg section in Walmart, was completely empty. I received pictures of this. They said their mom and dad in the area has a bakery, and there is a severe shortage for them of just basic ingredients so they can continue making their product. Also, they're having problems getting workers. This is important. This person works with the National Grocery and Retailers. The food price is increasing, and since then we have seen a huge increase in theft. People just walking in stealing things. They also believe Walmart is going to or looking at a pilot program that's similar to Kroger's. Kroger in Dallas has set up one of their stores that you can't walk in and get it. It is only pickup. I will include a link to that article. This is the second time I've received information about this. Also, Harris Teeter, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. A person was in there buying some raisins, expired or very close to expired, and they picked up multiple other products in the store that were expired. So check your expiration date. Thank you for tuning in for Boots on the Ground.